Hey everybody, Billy Watkins here with the Whole Package by Premier Packaging. I'm joined today with Adam Mullins.
Yeah, great to be here. Thanks for the opportunity.
Brixilated, a customer
Yeah,
of Premier Packaging.
100%.
I've got a quote here. You are a social enterprise whose mission is to make life better with Lego. Is that correct?
It's a lot to unpackage there.
It is.
Yeah, a
It
little
is.
bit. So
I'm extremely excited about this because maybe I don't have Legos at the moment, but my God, I love them.
that should change.
Yes.
We'll see what we can do about that.
So what do you all do?
So essentially, we create custom Lego products and experiences, and as a business, we really try to find ways of using our business as a force of good, hence that idea around social enterprise.
How did this come about? Tell us about the inception of Brixilated. Take us back.
Oh, it's almost biblical. So I've always been a Lego guy, Lego kid. I can trace it back to, I have a picture from Christmas 1984 where I have my first Lego set. But ultimately, the idea around creating fun Lego experiences happened when I was living abroad and creating big pieces of artwork, Lego mosaics. And so that was 2013. Fast forward to about 2015, and we did a wedding. And
Okay.
when everybody came into the reception, everybody got a small piece of this piece of artwork, and they gridded it out and put it together, and it was a picture of the bride and the groom. And the feedback we got from that was, everybody loved the artwork, but they loved to be a part of it.
Right.
So that really got us under the spell of this experience of how can you take a product like Lego, which everybody loves, and find new ways of playing with it.
Because you started doing these things and then were able to sell them, right? I mean, you were at the very beginning. You were hanging in the studio, right?
Yeah, so the artwork scene was a complete stroke of luck. So we were taking the pieces down to the gallery. By this time, I'm like the American Lego guy because I was living abroad, and we ended up selling our first edition just kind of haphazardly. We put it up into the gallery window, took the temperature of the local market, and we were off to the races.
Now, doing good with Legos. Let's drill down on that. How exactly are you bringing that about?
Multiple different ways. So at the heart of it is some of the products and experiences that we create. One of them is right here, for example. We use as fundraising and awareness campaigns. So we partner with Shriners Children's Hospital, and we take Lego out into the market and provide a really neat, fun, enriching build experience that also shares kind of the mission and purpose around the Shriners Children's Hospital. So there's kind of one example. Two, we also try to find ways of hiring and manufacturing production, giving job opportunities to people who could really benefit from that sort of work experience. So really building out workforce development and thinking systematically about how can we create a really neat Lego product, but how can we generate that by working with populations who can really benefit from it.
To date, with Brixilated, what's been the coolest build you've done so far?
So we're really lucky that all the partners and organizations and customers that we have, we get to help tell their story. So a good example we have was last year we partnered with Premier and we created a really neat infinity cube, which we have right here for the team. And that was part of an initiative to really ramp up and get excited about everything going on in 2022. So we got to be a part of that. We also got to help celebrate Wind Supply's campus expansion. So they were building a new 100,000 square foot innovation center, and we got to capture and create the Wind Supply campus and also tell that story from day zero to when that innovation center opened in the booklet as well.
So there are corporate events. You partnered with Premier last year to do something at the sales meeting, correct?
Yeah, so in addition to the Infinity Cube, we created a 4 foot by 4 foot Lego mosaic picture of the Premier logo. So at the event, everybody built their small little square. They were enjoying themselves.
Right.
Put the squares up onto the grid, and over time that image came up, and now I believe that the mosaic lives here.
So that's got to be a wonderful kind of team building process for folks. You do a lot of those things. That seems like you could stay busy just doing having people do their logos all day, right?
100%. So everybody is really looking forward neat, unique ways of coming together, creating, having fun, and Lego and the experiences that we create are kind of the perfect platform to provide that opportunity.
It's amazing because it provides folks that may not necessarily be artistic, right?
Yeah, myself included, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And what you guys are doing, I mean, it's you're not using paint or a brush, you're just using Lego as your medium, and that's amazing.
That's exactly it. I mean, the barrier of playing with Lego is simply putting two bricks together, right? So we're not talking about other sort of creative outlets that require extensive training, or the fear of, I'm going to make this paint stroke the wrong place, and now it's going to destroy everything. So when you're talking about playing with a brand and a brick that everybody has a natural affinity to and has a fun way of putting everything together, it's easy to kind of craft an experience for our customers. It's
amazing. I often joke, and I was excited today to be able to talk to you because I'm always joking that if I, in retirement, or if I just wind up with a bunch of money that I didn't have before, I would have a Lego room in my house, just to go de-stress in and just have a ton of Legos. And
that's how I got into it. So there's
Do you have a Lego room in your house?
It's like we joke that the house is like Legoland 2, right? So in addition to obviously having brick everywhere, that was how we survived COVID with a young family, right? Hey, you're bored? Great, go, let's go play. Right.
The endless amount of time that you can spend with it. So, other than the partnership we've had with a few of these things, what does Premier do specifically for Brixilated?
Premier is our package supplier. So, originally when we were shifting from creating big art installations of our mosaics, we started to get into creating some of the custom products and places and spaces that our customers wanted. Well, the Lego aspect of that we had down really, really well, but we were struggling to find an opportunity to really put a polished product in terms of our packaging and our unboxing experience together, and that's exactly where Premier came and played.
How did you get started with us in the first place?
I was lucky enough to meet one of the original co-founders, Ben Blinko, up in University of Dayton. So we were working on an initiative with one of the departments there, and one conversation led to another, and next thing you know, we were down here walking through the manufacturing plant and getting the tour, and following after that, we had boxes heading our way.
Do you all have just a big warehouse filled with loose pieces of Lego, and you all do the kits, or tell me a little more about that?
So the answer is we have Lego everywhere. Right.
Okay.
So when we're doing a project like this, typically what we're doing is we're sourcing all the bricks. We're also putting the design together, and then we're designing the product packaging and the instruction manual. So we are one of the only companies that will print a full instruction manual, and what that allows us to do is obviously tell you how to build what you need to build. Right. But we really like making sure that we take that story behind that build and put it in there as well. So it's a 1-2 punch combo. As you're creating this really unique piece out of Lego, you're also getting that narrative of that partner or that customer that you're working with.
And how to do it. So how do you like working with Premier? Not to put you on the spot.
It's been great so far. We've actually, I think we're entering into our 3rd year with Premier. We started with some very simple, basic craft packaging. So having the team kind of guide us through what's available, what's polished within our price point, and then really taking that next step into the products you're seeing here with the chipboard.
Yeah, because these are not. This is not what I would normally think Premier is doing. It's not a brown and down box. It's lovely litho chipboard.
Yeah, and this is what our customers are looking for, right? Yeah. When you're giving a great gift, right, which is a lot of times what our customers are buying for, whether that's a gift for employees, donors, or just customers, right? They're looking for a really polished end product that reflects the high quality of work that they provide.
Very, very much like retail. I mean, it is retail packaging, just like you'd go and buy a thing of Legos at the store. Very nice. How do you? How would one get involved with one of your corporate builds, like the Lego or the Lego logo mosaic type of deal? Is that all easily accessible, I guess?
It is. I mean, the process that we have is very creative and collaborative. So typically we have organizations reaching out to us knowing that they want to do something, but not necessarily knowing what the options are. And so, when we talk to our potential clients and customers, it's guiding them through that process. Here's what we can do. Here's what we can do within this budget, and then ultimately coming up with a few different ideas that they can choose and
Building
self-select
something
for.
custom for themselves.
Exactly.
How many in a 4x4 mosaic like the one we did? How many pieces does that take?
Well, there's 289 individual sections, right? And so each section has about as max 64 parts. So I think that design had somewhere between 8,000 and maybe 10,000 pieces.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
It is, yeah, absolutely it is. But when they all come together and you put them in the right place, that's really where that impact goes. Oh wow, I can't believe that's built out of Lego. And then you have a great story to tell.
Very cool. What's next for you guys? What's on the horizon?
Oh, what's not next for us? So, like many small, growing startup businesses, we're looking at continuing to diversify our product line. So, one of the things we're excited about working with Premier on is taking this next phase of packaging into a much more premium space. So, we're thinking about building bigger models, more on the limited edition side, and now you're thinking about an unboxing experience that really reflects kind of that high caliber product that we like to put out.
Look, I've seen a lot of the what Lego is putting out that is that kind of higher end, and it's very impressive packaging.
The packaging, the build experience, the content, the quality, and those designs aren't cheap either. So it's got to be really high quality.
It's one of those things that if you can spend whatever you want to spend on it.
Exactly.
What's for you? What's the Mount Everest? What's the elusive build that you would like to do?
Like the white whale, the white whale build.
That'd be a big giant
whale.
It
would. I mean, we've been fortunate to work with so many different organizations and customers, and just all the unique different stories we've been able to be a part of. I would probably say, our white whale would be not necessarily a single build, but we're working toward having a little an immersive kind of build experience where people would come in, be able to see neat things up on the wall, be able to participate in some of our community builds, and then be able to go home and build something that we've created something for them from a product perspective.
I've seen some of the stuff like the skylines and stuff are always that's cool. I guess you could just bigger and bigger on that, right?
I mean, that's at the heart of our business model, is that we help individuals and customers build the places and spaces that they love, right? So Lego, don't get me wrong, we love them. We treat them as a North Star and as a company that we really idolize and want to copy and monitor. But they're never going to be able to build, a Dayton, Ohio architecture set or a Cincinnati, Ohio. So we kind of help fill that gap. So that's one of those arms where
if you want to do Rome or Paris, you got that. But
Lego's got those boxes ticked, right?
Louisville skyline is where you guys would.
So we'd step in and we'd talk with some of the business owners and leaders and say, what is the Louisville story, and how can we capture that, and how can we share that out to the broader world?
Are you one of those folks that if you build something, it's going to stay built, or is there?
You're hitting on a pretty sensitive touch point there.
Okay.
I personally, once it's built and it's going on display.
Going on a shelf.
It's going on display.
Okay.
However, you have a large amount of people who will build, break down, and then they just want to create. I'm really good at following those instructions. I'm kind of a type A type of person.
Right. Yeah.
Give me the opportunity to create anything that I want, I almost get overwhelmed with it. So
it's amazing because there's seasons worth of shows just based on people building Legos. It is kind of it's always been popular, but it seems even more so today.
Yeah, and part of what we're really excited about is that, in about 15 years, you're about to have 3 generations of hardcore Lego advocates, right? So now all of a sudden you have grandma and grandpa who grew up having their own sets, wanting to play with their own grandkids.
Yep.
But you're exactly right. It's like the options and opportunities there are limitless.
As I hope the potential for our continued success together is limitless.
Hopefully.
How about that for a segue?
Well, business hopefully continues to grow and continues to expand, and we are constantly generating inbound interest in the types of products and experiences that we can create. And one of the areas that we're actually getting into are more around like Lego classes for kids and for adults and for seniors. And so when you start to think about the packaging needs around delivering some of those things out, like now all of a sudden I get really excited about sending out a class kit where you open it up and that whole unboxing experience is polished end to end, and people are excited from the moment they open it up to the moment they start putting pieces together. That's
very cool. And as you were speaking, I mean, doing it for students, doing it for professionals and seniors. I mean, it runs the board. I love it.
Well, it circles back to where we really view ourselves being a social enterprise, where we're trying to create a product and experience that people can really benefit from.
Very cool. Very cool. Thank you very much, Adam. Good to talk to you. Thanks for joining us today.
I appreciate the opportunity coming out and sharing what we're into.
Everyone needs to check out Brixilated at brixilated.com. That was when I realized we were doing this today. That was the first thing I did, and it's been very cool researching what you guys do and seeing what you do and meeting you. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Good deal. This is Billy Watkins with The Whole Package by Premier Packaging. Until next time, see you, everybody.
Do you have comments, questions, or ideas about this topic? If so, we'd like to hear from you. Please visit primpack.com/podcast to let us know what you think. Thanks.